worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before.
Yo, twin.
What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage.
I'm finna play this nigga. He got the Seahawks.
Oh shit.
He ain't got my fucking
Coach
team.
thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set. We're set as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Yeah.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right. Invite me to it.
That's like 80! Wild Bill. Check 24.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh. That nigga scored on me on 3rd and 10. And he got the Seahawks, bro. That nigga Russell Wilson, man. Ain't no play against him. I beat nigga one time against Seahawks, but not no nigga on crunch time. I'm finna beat the nigga. I got too many weapons. I just got Big Ben. Gotta see Big Ben too much.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
I'm finna kill him right here.
He'll try to run forward with Cowell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Good. Mike 50 on the road. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike's 50.
Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
14. Check three. Good. Man up, deep. Switch. Hey, 0. 50. Mike 50. Come, baby.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
I just juked his ass, though. He still tackling me.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, every day, any day. Switch. One day. Tighten up the line.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
We're going to get that defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Alert 3, 44. Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
I be playing. I got
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, defense, all right. He got good defense when I'm in the backfield.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Easy. 36. Take 2 of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
44.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I think he was tied.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Oh, yeah, I got to take him out. He's fucking me up.
Hey, alert.
Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
That's it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey.
Yeah.
4 down. 50 to Mike. Watch the screen. Fair. One left.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week that totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And I'm throwing the interception, man. I'm fucking up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
I got to take my time, bro. I got to open up this playbook.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Jack 16. Let's go. Rush in. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Alert.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
50. Big stop, let's go. Kill. Topper.
From the 41,
Man,
Roethlisberger.
I threw it right
And an alley to
hate this game,
run.
bro.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good. 4 down.
Now it's Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Alert. Hey, 0. One left.
Here's Wilson.
Look at this shit.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No. Off. Check. Fresno.
X3, 218, chopper.
Shoot.
77.
Kill.
Hey, high 7.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
You ain't got nothing.
Hey, alert.
Monday. Jack 16.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Hey, alert.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Shift.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. The Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Friday.
Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Johnson was the intended receiver. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they
extend their lead? A little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Myers connects on the PAT. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What's up, big dog?
We got right. Let's get the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll take this 6-yard line.